Welcome to Sunday service. I can't make a joke about the time change anymore because now we all have iPhones and it all does it for us, but welcome. I know it's really 9 o'clock in our hearts this morning, right? Or wait, what time is it? Yeah, we skipped forward. Yes. How does the time change work again? We're forward. Okay, so in our hearts and our minds, it's really 9 o'clock, but it's 10 o'clock here on this plane of existence, and so we're going to get started with our Sunday morning service together. So Kate and Diego and Rymand are going to start to center us in with our centering song this morning, I Am Sacred, and then we will have our invocation with our practitioner of service today, Gary Crutchley. So I will hand it over to our music team this morning to get us started. Yeah. I got him.
I can be me in every situation. I can find my breath in meditation. I can take space for rest or contemplation. I can decide this moment's what I make it. I am sacred. 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 I am sacred.
Wasn't expecting that. I've got a bit of a cold, so you're going to have to bear with me here. And I feel sorry for the next person that gets the mic. Anyway, let's come together in consciousness now. Take a breath and center ourselves and I know that there is only God. That God is here in each and every one of us. God is in the sky, God is in the sun, God is in our hearts. God is nowhere that we are not. And as I know this for myself, I know this for each and every one of us. I know that God is here because it's springtime. The grass is green, the skies are clear, and there's beautiful snow in the mountains. How can you not know that there is God? So as I give thanks for this, knowing what will transpire in our service today in advance, I know that we are so very blessed to be here. To be here in person or online, to be blessed with the volunteers that help bring this together. From the ambassadors to the folks in the kitchen who put their hearts and soul into the food they serve. To the staff in the office, Cecilia, to Susie and Charlene especially, for their efforts they put into this. I'm so very grateful in advance. And for our music team, for Rymand, who's back from the Far East, to Diego, our new father, and for Kate. I'm so very blessed to have Kate. When you see her smile, you know that that is God's smile and the energy she brings forth. We're so very blessed to have all this, and I release it unto the law, knowing, and we say, and so it is.
I love that we had an interactive invocation this morning. That was so good. I really liked that. It was kind of a call and response invocation. So
It wasn't planned.
Charlene. It's my joy, my honor to be present in service this morning. There's a good showing of us, even with the time change today. This is a good thing. Good morning to Kate, Diego, and Rymand. Yes, Rymand. Lands far away, and Diego. Congratulations, Diego and Angie. So we're so grateful, and for Kate, our music director. Wonderful. So, welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Temecula Valley. If it's your first time here, welcome. We are a new thought philosophy. We don't call ourselves a religion per se. We are a center for spiritual living, and all that means. We are spiritual beings living a life here. And so we come here to remember that truth, to remember that we are spiritual beings, and that God is the essence of who we are, what we are, expressing outwardly as us. We are God in form. And so we come here to remember that, to call it forth in us in a greater way, and to take that out into the world. I feel like that's our responsibility, to come awake and alive and be present to this power that's within us, and then take it out into the world to make the world a better place. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Here I come. Hi, online. Hi, welcome. We love you. We're so glad you're here. I'm glad I get to pounce on you and have some fun. Everybody loves it here. They think it's so funny. I feel sometimes like I'm a dork, but that's okay. I hope it's part of my charm. I love you. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing your comments in the chat. So welcome. I love you. Mwah. Okay. Woo-hoo! Okay, so we're going to sing our congregational song this morning, which is, we're doing it all month. It's I'm So Grateful. There's some hand gestures that go along with it. If you choose to participate, great. If not, no big deal. So I will turn it over to Kate, and we will start with I'm So Grateful. Did I miss something?
I think we're good.
Okay. All right. So would you please stand? If you feel called, we'll stand. The words will be on the screen, and we will take this home. I think I can do it. Yes. I know, we have to do it. Carrie and I are the backup singers.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me,
Don't look at me.
gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Let's sing it again. Oh, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Last time. I'm so grateful.
I'm just looking forward to doing it one more time because I really like doing it. I like twirling around. Okay, so we're going to have our spiritual reading this morning with practitioner intern Gary Crutchley. One more time for Gary,
I don't know if you know it though, but the spiritual reading is supposed to tie into Charlene's talk. I mean, it's taken me a few years to realize this. Now that I'm up here, I've got two things to read, and I hope you can see the connection. That's my goal. And the first one comes from this thing called You, which is Ernest Holmes, a beautiful book. The second one is Creative Ideas by Ernest Holmes. I think I just lost my place.
Well, we will wait.
You belong to the universe in which you live. You are one with the creative genius back of this vast array of ceaseless motion, this original flow of life. You are so much a part of it as the sun, the earth, and the air. There is something in you telling you this, like a voice echoing from some mountaintop. Like a vision, like a light whose origin no man has ever seen. Like an impulse welling up from an invisible source. Your soul belongs to the universe. Your mind is an outlet through which the creative intelligence of the universe seeks fulfillment. This is your starting point for investigating the meaning of these impulses, longings and desires which accompany you through your life. You may accept that the source through which they come is real. You may accept that the universe is filled with a divine and infinite presence, perhaps the infinite of yourself. Not the infinite of the limited self, but the infinite of the divine self you must be. There must be a pattern of yourself in this invisible. The greatest minds of the ages have accepted that such a pattern exists. Socrates called it spirit, Jesus, his Father in heaven. Some ancient mystics called it Atman. Why don't you call it just you, your complete self? For surely this is what they all have meant. Just try to catch the larger vision and realize that there have been and are people, many of them, who have wooed and wed some invisible presence until its atmosphere and essence has become woven into the fabric of their own existence. Every man is a doorway, as Emerson said, through which the infinite passes into the finite, through which God becomes man, through the universal becomes individual. You are to believe with utmost simplicity and with complete faith that there is a pattern of your being or of a real spirit of you, which is eternal as God, as indestructible as reality, and as changeless as truth. This pattern is seeking to manifest through you. Back of it all is the will and the purpose of the universe, all the irresistible laws of being. Finally, it will win. It is because it is there that you have been irresistible urges, the longing to live more fully, the feeling that life belongs to you. There is something within you beyond all doubt and fear, something which has never been limited for your acts or destroyed by your feeling. This is the only something that can make you whole. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Gary. Gary Kussner, practitioner intern. He'll be taking his exam in May and then graduating and then paneling in July. Well done, Gary. Well done, Gary. All right. Hi. So I'm going to let you talk up these gentlemen and where they've been and what's been happening, but I'm excited that Rymand's back. You were in Dubai and Japan. Dubai and Japan. Crazy. Wow. So I can't get close to.
It might be because the two microphones are.
Exactly. So I will step away.
One thing I just wanted to share is, well, first of all, so glad to have you back. It's not the same without you. And when I first met Rymand, I like to get to know people, and I said, what are your dreams? What are your hopes? What are your wishes? And he said, I really would love to be a touring musician. And I said when he got back, I think your dreams are coming true. We've been to Dubai a few times. You're headed to Turkey just pretty soon, right, for a great gig. So congratulations, and we're just so lucky to have you here. And Diego, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to meet the babies. We can't wait to have them here next time.
Something's coming, I can feel it in my bones. Something's in the air, if you know, you know. 'Cause hate is gone around too long. Look at what it turned us to. Something's coming, and it's coming real soon. Peace is coming, it starts in our home. and that's so untrue. Peace is coming, and it's coming real soon. So I say hope for better days. There are a million ways to make the world a better place. We have to try and realize we only get one chance in this life. Something's coming, it's right around the bend. You may not see it now, but hold on, my friend. It won't be long before the sun comes shining through. Joy is coming, and it's coming real soon. So I say hope for better days. There are a million ways to make the world a better place. We have to try and realize we only get one chance in this life. Something's coming, I can feel it in my bones. Something's in the air, if you know, you know. 'Cause hate has gone around too long. Look at what it turned us to. Something's coming, peace is coming, joy is coming, and it's coming real soon. Oh, I can feel it coming real soon.
Diego, Rymand, wow! I love watching you three, like, Kate will come like here, like, you know, like, I give a little something, and then you give a little something. It's so great. I just love it. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you. All right. Hi. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the slide. All right, let me tell you a secret. There's no real secret, but let me tell you a secret. I'll sound all important and stuff, like I've got some secret. Let me tell you a secret. Yeah, you remember The Secret? Remember that whole thing in like the 80s?
So good.
You all know there's no secret, right? We all know that here. I look at that now and I'm like, oh, dumb. Dumb. There's no secrets. It's not a secret. Oh, so let me tell you a secret. We're gonna talk today. Books I'm using. E Squared by Pam Grout. We ordered this. I love this book. I swear if I wrote a book, this is what it would sound like. She's super funny. I love her stories. My boyfriend, Joel Goldsmith, Practicing the Presence. I love him. And then my other boyfriend, Dr. Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind textbook. So those are the books that I'm using today. I encourage you to go get one and read it. Read it. So, let me tell you a secret. There is no secret. There's no secret. We all have it. We just ignore it, or we think we're crazy. You know how many times I've talked to a tree, and there's this little part in my brain that says, Charlene, you're not losing your mind. You're not losing your mind. Because, we, as a society, race consciousness, have been taught that that's crazy making. that you cannot talk with a tree, you cannot talk with a bird. They tell us that that's wrong. It's wrong. Well, I'm telling you, it's not wrong. We've just blocked it, we put it away, we pretended that it's not real, or we bought into the shenanigans of ages that have said, that's crazy. And we believed it. And we gave that position power. And I want us to reverse that today and going forward. We're not giving that power anymore to something else. We are claiming our own power, what lives within us. Because it's there. It's called intuition. It's the still, small voice within us that's like always screaming at us. But we just say, nope, that's crazy. Nope, I'm not going to believe that. But it's in us. And I want us to open to it through practices. Because we have to make space for it. We have to make a concentrated decision and effort to say, I'm going to make space for this so I can hear it. Because there's so much noise out there and we bought into all the shenanigans. So that's like our go-to. And making space for our intuition and our intuitive knowing, the divine voice, seems weird. Seems weird and odd. I'm just saying, it's just not true. It's just not true. Because in each human being, the whole is represented. The whole meaning God in each one of us. Everything is in there. The entire knowledge of wisdom, of health, the perfection of every act manifests or is represented. And it's through this inner divine voice, the divine nature within us, that we are able to perceive and trust and come into conscious contact with. That's divine principle. The whole is represented in each one of us right now. And we have to practice the presence. It's a practice to recognize and remember and feel God in our physical body. And we have to do it for sufficient amounts of time. We can't just go, okay, that was enough. Check! I did it for the day. Woohoo! Yeah, no, we have to give it sufficient space to breathe and feel. And so that's what I want us to do, is to sustain it as a practice. So we're exploring this today, in each one of us, that divine voice within us that I call intuition. It's that intuitive guidance system. Are we listening? Are we accessing the ear behind the ear? Like Lorelei was talking about in her meditation this morning. The ear behind the ear. The eye behind the eyes. That truly can find and see and know things. Now, Brene Brown says this: what silences our intuitive voice is our need for certainty. That alone, that sentence alone is enough. I don't need to go on, but we will. We look for assurances from others. Learn to trust our intuition. Intuition is not a single way of knowing. It's our ability to hold space for uncertainty, the weirdness, and our willingness to trust the many ways we've developed knowledge and insight, including instinct or intuition, experience, faith, and reason. They all play a part. The ability to hold space for uncertainty. We don't like it. It's uncomfortable. We want certainty. We want answers. My frontal lobe must be addressed. It must be answered. My frontal lobe needs it. Okay, these two. This is Nova. And that's Luna. Oh. And those are my babies. If anyone believes the earth is flat, these two will prove you wrong, because they will push you right off the edge. They push everything off every available edge. If there is silently, like they're panthers. They're black panthers. And then all of a sudden they're there, and they're like, push it off. So true story. So I'm writing this talk, right? And it's coming along, and I'm like, oh, this is good. I like it. This is my wheelhouse. And then Wednesday, these two beloved babies pushed Nate's earbuds off the kitchen counter. Now, of course, Nate was like, oh, those damn cats. I'm like, well, dude, they push everything off any available ledge, so don't put anything near a ledge, because they push it off. So his earbuds are on the floor, the case, right? Earbuds gone. He's freaking out. We're like, Susie's like, calm down, we'll find them. So Susie's the master finder in our house. I do not find Jack diddly. I'm an Aquarian, it's not my job. I have a Virgo that lives in my house, that's her job. We're clear on our roles. So Susie gets going, she's looking everywhere. There is no spot where she is not. She's like God, no spot where she's not. So she finds one earbud under the refrigerator, like wedged way back in the back. Oh, we found it. She's looking, I'm not joking, she's looking everywhere. Finally, after about 45 minutes, she's like, F this, I have to have coffee. I can't believe I'm doing this at 6:30 in the morning. So she sits down to have coffee and enjoy her morning. Good boundaries, honey. Good boundaries. So I'm the Aquarian, I could care less. I'm like, whatever, I guess it's lost. I guess he's going to have to buy new earbuds. That's fine with me. So she heads off to work, and I'm at home, and it's like now 10 o'clock, and I was in the kitchen, and I was getting another cup of coffee, and I was working, and I was like, Charlene, you're writing a talk on intuition. I looked up and I said, let's give it a go. So I centered in, and I said, God, spirit within me, divine voice that I trust. Where's the other earbud? You laugh. Wait for it. It tells me the first thing that comes in my mind, which I trust, it says washing machine. I was like, oh, Susie didn't, I don't think she went in there. But I was like, and I swear, the little piece of me was like, don't be a weirdo. It's not underneath. That can't be true. Can't be true. But I get the flashlight. I go over to the washing machine. I go down. I turn on. Earbud. I'm not joking. Found the other earbud. We forget that lives within us. We forget. We go right here, we go searching hither and thither, right? We go looking for the answers. And I'm not saying that that's not right. That's fine. But I want it to be a yes and. I want it to be a balance of I'm thinking and using my thinking brain, and I'm also using that moment of I make my demand upon the universe. Tell me where it is. And it did. Told me where it was. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. So I want us to lean into the practices which lend to cultivating that voice. Meditation, which we're all, I think, familiar with. Visioning, I don't know if as many of us are as familiar with visioning. But meditation is the key for opening doors of mysteries. In that state, we withdraw ourselves from the outside world objects. In that subjective mood, we are immersed in the ocean of spiritual life. Think of a person as endowed with two kinds of sight. When the power of insight is being used, the outer power of vision does not see. Meditation discerns the reality of things and puts us in touch with God. So I didn't need to go searching around the house. I could just close my eyes and still myself and say, where is it? And the image of the white washing machine came into my mind. When we are inwardly focused, we don't need to see with these cutie pie eyeballs, delightful as they are. Meditation is scientifically proven to quiet the mind, reduce stress and anxiety. Meditation assists us in introspection, allowing space for us to feel ourselves. That makes us more conscious and we can make better decisions. That's called trained thinking versus untrained thinking. We want to be a bunch of individuals who are trained thinkers. Meditation, getting in touch with that still small voice is a way to get there. It's powerful. Who here meditates regularly? Okay. How much time every day do you meditate? 15? Hour. Nice. Okay. Not that any time. It's 15 minutes, hour. It's cultivating that space every day. It's a non-negotiable. You do it. You're tired. You're grumpy. You're hungry. You're hangry. I don't care. You're stressed out about the news. You do it anyway. It has to become a non-negotiable in your life. Cultivate that space to make time for it. Because then you can find earbuds under washers. And I know I'm making light of it, but I'm saying, being honest, that should be our practice for every big decision we make. Visualize. Do visioning. Meditate. Pray. Those should be the things we do when we are going to make a decision about this in our lives. That should be where we go. Now, visioning is different than visualization. Okay? Visualization is, I'm a track athlete, and I'm going to run the hurdles, and I'm getting ready, and in my mind, I am, right? I'm preparing my body by visualization for what's coming. Lots of athletes do it. Visioning is like a meditation where you quiet the mind, quiet the body, and then you start to ask questions. So let's say you're going to be making a big decision in your life. You're going to, what's a big decision?
Buy a house.
Okay, we're going to buy a house.
Move.
So you still the mind, and you start to ask questions like I did with the earbud. What is God's highest vision for a new home for Charlene? And then you wait. And you just see what comes in. Could be a color, could be a word, could be a feeling. And then you open your eyes and you jot it down. And then you go back within. What do I need to release to allow this highest vision of God that has for me, Charlene, around this new house? And I wait. And I realize fear, right? I need to release fear. I need to release lack. The words will naturally come in. I promise you, just like the washing machine, you trust that first word or image that comes in when you're asking your questions of your higher self, and then you open your eyes and you write them down. That's visioning. It's a call and response with spirit, your higher self, around something you'd like more direction on. Now, Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, yeah, I know. Oh, you want funny stories about Michael? They're in this book. I'm not going to do it today, but it's super funny. He says visioning is a process by which we train ourselves to be able to hear, feel, see, and grasp God's plan for our life. Not my plan, not my frontal lobe's plan, but God's plan. And sometimes I don't like the answer. It's scary. I don't trust it. I gotta be honest, sometimes the message comes in, I'm like, ooh, no. That's way too big and weird. Nope. But that's God's plan for me. I've got to get my bloated nothingness out of the way. and allow it to flow through me. So Dr. Michael really, through the Agape Center, brought that visioning practice really to life. And it's a wonderful spiritual practice, because we're not here to tell God or ask God, but be available for what God is doing, to open ourselves to grasp what is already happening in the mind of God. God's already got it figured out. Spirit has it. The divine voice has it. I just have to be awake and aware and listening with that ear behind the ear for God's plan. So visioning opens us up to God's ideas. And they're typically a lot bigger than we would ever admit to for ourselves. They're bigger. Other voices. So, in E Squared, she says this about Napoleon Hill. Do you remember Napoleon Hill? So back in like the 30s or 40s, Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich, right? How to win friends and influence people and all those kind of fun things. So he was one of the first guys to kind of open us up to bigger possibilities, and that thoughts actually can become things, and we can change our life based on how we're thinking, right? So Napoleon Hill, back before he wrote any books, had an imaginary council meeting. So in his mind, he created a board of trustees. On the board were Ralph Waldo Emerson, Thomas Paine, Thomas Edison, Charles Darwin, Abraham Lincoln, Luther Burbank, Henry Ford, Napoleon, and Andrew Carnegie. That's his board of directors. And so he was the chairman of this imaginary cabinet, but he would go and ask them questions and wait for their answers. So after some months of these nighttime board meetings, he was astounded that some of the appointees on his cabinet developed individual characteristics. Example, Lincoln started arriving late. He was always late. And then he would walk around like a solemn, in a solemn parade around with his hands behind his back. Burbank and Paine often engaged in witty repartee. He says, these experiences became so realistic to me that I became fearful of their consequences. And I started to discount them. That's the thing. Our thinking mind starts to tell us, that's weird. Don't go there. That's scary. Martha Beck says, no matter how much evidence you have, over time you tend to block out experiences that aren't normal. I'll tell you, I am strange and unusual. Weird things happen to me all the time. Every day. Now, at first I was like, okay, I think I'm losing it. Susie, something's happening to me. Watch my behavior. But I promise you, you get used to it. The strange and unusual becomes usual. The other stuff starts to become less usual. It's true. I get messages from trees. I go up to my tree. I lean into this little space that I'm telling you, okay, now we're really going to go there. I talk to the tree. I'm telling you, lower on the tree, right down here, the tree formed, I swear to you it wasn't there before. This little divot. It's perfect for my knee. My knee goes right into the little divot now. And I lean into the tree, and I feel my energetic, and I feel myself moving with the tree, and I get answers from the tree. I ask a question, it answers me. I call crows, they come. Now, of course, I feed them peanuts, so that's not But children know it. Children have it. You can see it. They talk to things, they look at things, babies know it. They look and they look. You want to know why they're looking in that corner? Because something's in the corner. They're not just daydreaming. There's something over there. They have it. We lose it. You want more strange and unusual in your life? Yes, you do. Meditate, visioning, listen to the divine voice. Find it in the world of effect every day. I call it being a sidewalk superintendent. Go out and see it. Open your eye behind the eye. Listen for the ear behind. Acutely aware in your daily life, and you'll start to really see it. And it's fantastic. Because no matter what our emotional storm, whatever our hidden objective may be, there's always something within us that has never been violated, that knows every answer. We may stumble, but that eternal, it wants to tell us. It's the eternal quest. And it sings and sings and sings. And the more we listen to it, the more we attune to the divine voice, the more we become it. Do you know how couples, like after they've been married a long, long time, they start to look like each other? You know how you kind of look like your dog? This is what we want, to attune ourselves, to be engaged in this relationship with the divine so much that no one sees this form. All they see is light. All they see is love and kindness. That's where I want us to get to attune to have such a command over it that it's just oozing out of us. Did you do your homework last week? I wanted to ask that. Last week we talked about in our interior neighborhood, kindness. Are you doing your kindness work? I wanted to ask if the dog eats your homework after Sunday. Because I feel like we give homework and then, the homework gets eaten or gets pushed off a ledge by 2 cats. Either way. So our homework this week is to choose an issue that is troubling you. Okay? I want you to be really aware every day. If you are presented with a challenge, something that's troubling you, maybe something that you need a yes or no answer to, you need to make a decision. Maybe you're confused about which direction to go. You might be thinking of something right now. Are you? Do you have something? Okay. I want you to ask this divine voice, spirit, cosmic muffin, whatever you call it. I want a clear, detectable answer to show up within the next 48 hours. I want you to make a demand on the universe to answer this question. It might take 48 hours, it might take 1 minute, but I want you to try it, because if nothing else, it's just super fun. Make your demand onto the universe. I want a clear, detectable answer or sign. You tell Spirit what the sign is. And then wait for it. Okay, here's the real homework though. When you get it, you have to say to yourself, this is real. You don't sidestep it. You don't go into the frontal lobe and go, oh, that just no. The first thing you say is, this is real. That solidifies it in you. It helps build your spiritual muscle. So that way you start living that way, where you know it's real and you trust it. You got your homework? Yeah. Okay. Something this week, you make a clear statement to the universe. You make your demand. I want to know the answer. I want a sign, and this is the sign. And I don't care if it's gold butterflies. You want a sign, and you make your demand, and then you wait for it to show up. And then we'll report back next week with all of our magic. Deal? Yeah. Okay. I love you. And so it is. Okay. There you go. Right. Back up here. I think I'm going to be dancing to this one. We're going to be doing step on up, and I think I'm going to be dancing. I think that's what's happening. join me in the back for a dance party.
Thank you so much for the song suggestion. I actually had heard this one a couple weeks before you suggested it, and I was really laughing and smiling when you texted me. So this is why I write on my tape. Everybody get up and dance if you want, sing if you want. If you want it, you can have it. All you gotta do, just reach out and grab it. Again, if you want it, you can grab it. All you gotta do, just reach out and grab it. Now step on up, step into your power. Step on up, step into your power, child. Step on up, step into your power. Step on up, step into your power, child. What's your dance part? Come on. All you need, you already own. It was given to you on the day that you were born. Anything that your heart can dream, you can make it reality. Everybody step on up, step into your power. Step on up, step into your power, child. Step on up, step into your power, yeah. Step on up, step into your power, child. All right, don't be afraid. It's the getting back up that's gonna make you strong. God only made one like you. So come on, darling, and just do what you were born to do. Come on, darling, just do what you were born to do. Step on up, step into your power. Step on up, step into your power, child. Step on up, step into your power, yeah. Step on up, step into your power, child. Step on up, step into your power. Step on up, step into your power, child. Step on up, step into your power. Step on up, step into your power, child. Step on up, step on up, step on up.
Right? Step on up. Yeah, we all have it. We have the. Do you believe that you have it? Yeah, we do. We do. So step on up. Step on up. All right. Our investors, please step on up. Who's our other investors?
Ann, where's Ann?
And maybe she's teaching. Oh no, there she is.
Oh, where's Ann?
There she is. So this is our opportunity for giving to this beloved home that we call Center for Spiritual Living. It is our opportunity to. It's our opportunity to be in the act of giving and receiving. The universe, what we call life, is a reciprocal thing. Its nature is reciprocity, right? So it gives and it receives. It gives and it's received. And so when we practice this, when we give where we are fed spiritually by the music, the message, the youth and family. I got it. When we get back to this place that lifts us, Spirit says to us, you want more? I give you more. Because the story cannot outgive God. So the more that we practice this spiritual muscle of giving, we start to see it unfold in our life. Life starts to just move with an ease and a grace. We don't think about it anymore. It's not weird anymore. It just, my needs are met, and then my needs are met. So I want that for everyone, that freedom and that flexibility and that power. And part of it is through this act of giving and receiving. So thank you for participating in this way. If you would just take your tithe, if you're an auto tither, think of the money you give every month and put it into your heart space. And call in some gratitude for this abundance and this ability to give to something that is indeed changing the world. We are a teaching philosophy. We are a teaching center. We are cultivating kindness here in the world. And how good it is to participate in that and support that and know that you're actively doing something to change the world. And that's what we do here together. I love us. I love what we do. And I am so grateful. And so it is. And so let's speak into this space and into the atmosphere our affirmation of abundance, which is divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything that I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need.
It's time for our announcements with Peg O'Loughlin, practitioner intern. Come on up, Peg. Step on up. Come on up. I know, should it be green?
It'll turn green.
Okay, it's supposed to be nothing or you can use mine. Okay.
Now it's green.
Now it's green.
Morning. I just want to tell you guys how much I love you all.
We love you too. You too.
And before I forget, happy birthday, Kevin.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
And this little guy, he's 21 today. Happy birthday. Okay, so with that out of the way. We're doing a fruit gleaning event. Come and join me. An event we will be leading, I will be leading an event for a nonprofit called Produce Good, where we will pick citrus off of trees that would otherwise go to waste and donate it to a local food pantry. So upcoming events are next Sunday and the Sunday after, March 16th and 23rd from 11:30 to 2. You don't have to stay the whole time, just come for an hour or so if you want to. There's a sign-up sheet out in the breezeway, and you need to go on the producegood.org website to sign the waiver and sign up for whichever of those dates you want to do. You can do both, you can do one, and there are events going on all year, so if there's any other time you want to do it, go ahead and sign up. And you can see me with any particular questions you have. Tax forms are here. Go see Cecilia in the office for your important tax documents for your charitable giving for 2024. Next Sunday, our Wisdom Teaching Series is back with practitioner Mary Russell, offering her unique wisdom regarding our oneness. This is a love offering to the center, and we will be meeting in Suite B around 11:30 following the service. We will be hosting a Taizé service called Renewal on Sunday, March 23rd, featuring Kate, Faye, Oasis, Amberly, Rymand, and Diego. Rev Charlene and practitioner Beth Haas will be using readings centered on renewal in our lives. We will be chanting the vibrations of the gong and crystal bowls, and the singing voice of Kate, accompanied by Rymand and Diego, will allow us to deepen into reflective meditation on renewal. Ooh, sounds exciting. And would Janie Curry come up and speak on the Divine Wholeness event on March 23rd?
Okay, spring renewal. This is what happens after the renewal service. We are inviting you to experience energy healing in a variety of ways. And what does that look like? Well, this area will be clear. There'll be chairs against the wall. There will be massage tables. There will be chairs. There will be practitioners of these various healing options. And they will spend about 20 minutes with you alone, paying attention to what you would like to have addressed. Maybe a softness, maybe just an ease of flowing, maybe just the quiet time. But that's our love offering, and we would like you to reimburse us with your love offering. So come have fun.
All right, and CSL TV Education is back. Practitioner Beth Haas will be offering Powering Your Decisions based on the book The Power of Decision by Rymand Charles Barker, starting Tuesday, March 25th. Want to decide to be happy, decide to live richly, decide to be healthy, decide to be creative? This class is a deep dive into understanding the tools to include the spiritual component to all our decisions. If you're considering becoming a practitioner, this is a required class on that path. Decide to find out that this might be your next chapter. Come and join us. There's a sign-up sheet on the activities table. On Thursday, April 3rd at 6 p.m., we're hosting a breathwork class with facilitator Shannon Bryson. Come and gain a stronger connection to inner wisdom and guidance using the breathwork technique. There's also a sign-up sheet for that on the activities table. And on Saturday, April 12th, CSL TV is headed to the Temecula Valley Symphony for a night of beautiful music. And we will go to dinner afterward, after the event. Please see the sign-up sheet on the activities table to sign up for an interest and more information. And finally, mark your calendars for Sunday, May 18th, when CSL TV will be hosting our annual meeting, electing new board members, and celebrating our 2024 Volunteer of the Year. More information to follow. We have 2 board seats being vacated in 2025, and we are accepting applications from any interested CSL TV member who might feel called to serve in a greater capacity. Please see Rev Sharp or Board President Pat Clark.
She's off today.
For more info on that. And that's all I got. Thanks, guys.
We're going to be starting choir rehearsals in 2 weeks' time on the 23rd. We'll meet here from 11:30 to 12:30. We'll just do 4 rehearsals, so it's super low commitment, and then we're going to perform on the 20th for Easter service. So we'll do 2 songs, come one, come all. No experience required. You don't even have to sing. Thank you. We'll work it out.
Kate is magic, she works it out. Do you like to sing? Just come and try it. So it's super fun. Yeah, 2 board positions, we're super, the board, being on the board is really a lovely way to serve this community. We have an active board, so they get stuff done around here. And I am so grateful to be able to lean on a committed group of leaders who have said yes to sacred service, and I don't have to worry about things. They take care of it. So it's a wonderful opportunity to connect with this whole congregation as a board member. So consider it if you haven't thought about it. The last thing is we are going to take a cruise. CSL TV is cruising in May. There's still time to sign up, and we do have some roommate opportunities. So if you're wanting to maybe split costs with somebody, we have people who are looking for a roommate. So you can see Cecilia or Pat Clark. Okay. It is that time where we get to pray together, the power of prayer, where we make our demand onto the universe.
One thing we missed, there will not be a meeting for the Gifts of Spirit tomorrow night.
Oh, no meeting for Gifts of Spirit tomorrow night, because we had the talent show last night, which was fantastic. I'll put pictures up next week of the talent show from last night. It was lovely. So no Gifts of Spirit meeting tomorrow night. Anything else? We're good? We're complete. Okay. Practitioners, please stand. Ministers, please stand. Come forward if you would. Practitioner interns, please stand. Come on up. Come on up. This is the time where we get to pray together. We make our demand on the universe through what we call affirmative prayer. It is not a beseeching, it is not an asking, it is tapping into the mind of God and knowing that this is already so in the mind of God. And so just like we talked about, right, making our demand and waiting 48 hours to see how it shows up, this is how prayer works. We make affirmative statements of what we know and expect and believe. And the law, which is where we place it into the power and action of the law, is a yes machine. It says yes every single time. We have to stay open and affirming to what the yes is, because sometimes we try to outline it in our own brain and spirit and says, I have another plan for you, my beloved. So that is what prayer is all about. So if you would, join us in affirmative prayer by closing the eyes, softening the gaze, and coming together in this collective, right here, right now. This collective of powerful practitioners and metaphysicians practicing spiritual mind treatment. And I know that God is. I know God is this power, this presence, this source and support on high. It is never ending. It is the divine intelligence that is forever moving out in front of us and making any crooked place straight. It is that all-knowing, all-seeing, all-hearing, intuitive wisdom. I know that I am this love in form. I know that each one of us is an individualized expression of God in form on this plane of existence. And so I know and affirm by speaking my word now that we are intuitive beings opening up to this divine voice within us that I call God. We open to it, we acknowledge it, we celebrate it when we hear it, when we see it. That there is that place within us that is attuned to it, and we start to express it more fully in our experiences. We trust it, and we start to demand it, because it is the truth of our being. And so I know that if there is any place within us that is feeling less than, is in an experience of lack, I know that we can tap into this divine intuitive voice and make our demands, make our claims, knowing the truth of our being that we are powerful beyond measure. And we start to be it in the world. So I am grateful for this powerful knowing, for this divine intuitive voice expressing itself in greater measure. I am grateful for all the experiments that are happening, cultivating that answer within 48 hours. I am grateful. And so I just place my word into the power and action of the law, for I know it's already done in the mind of God. God is a yes machine. Yes, my beloved, yes. together we affirm. And so it is. So it is. Yes, thank you. So we're going to stand now for our closing song, which is Lean on Me with Kate, Diego, and Rymand. And then we'll go have a snack in the social hall. Sounds great.
Sometimes in my life, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna be somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on the brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Come on, call me if you need a friend. Call me. Come on now, call me. Don't you want a friend? If you're in need, yeah, call me when you need a friend. Won't you call